Evening, everyone. It has been a while. How are you all doing? I want to quickly talk on this topic, ringworm, like farm tech, economy. Introduction. Ringworm, say tinea, is a common contagious fungal skin infection causing itchy, red, ring-shaped rashes with clearer centers. Though sometimes it may appear scaly, patches, or bumps. So typically, ringworm is actually a fungal disease in which the Yorubas we call Kurupa. So the next one is symptoms. There's a diagram here that shows how it looks like. Symptoms. So the symptoms can be seen on three major parts, major groups majorly. The first one is the body, the second one the scalp and the nails. So the body one, it could be on the head, as what we are saying now, or on any part of the skin. And it could be itchy on the body, itchy, red, scaly, circular patches with red borders, often with clear skin in the middle. Why the scalp? The scalp we are talking about is the top of the male reproductive organ. So when the tinea affects that region, this is the symptoms you can see. The place could be flaky, dandruff like it will be removing something like, I can't call it dust, but let's call it something like spores, something whitish and dusty. Then red sores and itchy scalp. So the person will be scratching, but the way the person is scratching it, something like dust to be coming off. And the third one is the nails, onchocerciasis. The fungi in this department is tinea pedis. So this one affect the feet. Sometimes under the feet could become whitish, very soft and all that. So symptoms that the could affect I could see is thickening, discoloration, and crumbling of the nails. So there will be slight change in the color of the nails. Sometimes it could be yellow, sometimes it could be gray or pale white, something like that. I'm sorry, the diagram is not here. So now, what causes this ringworm? The infection is caused by fungi. We know it's a fungal infection. Dermatophyte fungi that feed on keratin. So from the structure of the skin, we have the dermis. So, and one of the parts of the skin is this keratin. So this fungi majorly feeds on this part and it reproduces more egg quickly. So and it causes infection and all that. So that is on this fungi infection. So we move to the next slide, which is how is this infection transmitted? Some people believe that this infection is majorly transmitted during dry season. Majorly, for example, now you would have seen on some people now. Right now, you have been seeing one or two symptoms. So how did this thing is being transmitted? So that we can know where we stay and all that. The first means is person to person. So transmission through direct skin contact. When you have a direct contact with the person, it can lead to the person also contacting it. So contact with the skin, then the spores falls on it, and the fungi start living on the person's skin. Second one is animals to person, touching of infected pests. For those that are cat lovers, dog lovers, some people love to hug dogs. Some people play with cats. Some people eat their own is fowls and chicken. Anyhow, so when the pets a person is in contact with is also infected, the fungal infection can pass through there and also infect the person if care is not taken. So the next one is objects to person. Transmission through sharing of contaminated items like clothes, combs, towels, or beddings. So it's very common. I remember when I was in boarding house, boys love to share hairbrush. So I remember the time almost all of us had this scalp stuff, because there was a guy that was using head warmer and did not tell us he had this ringworm on his head, and all of us were using the brush. We just noticed our head is crashing us. But he said, bro, open your head. And when we saw the head, to our amazement, he said it was filled with this chloroquine. So, and the saddest thing was that he was not treating it. He believed it would grow on his own. That was how almost everyone had it too. So he started taking drugs and all that. So, and sometimes, they have to scratch the thing before applying the cream. It was very painful then. It's a very bad experience. So when clothes, somebody that uses towel to clean the affected part, then you collected it and use it, the person can also get it from there. Environment, for those that love going to pools, or go to a swimming pool, jump beside the pool. If an infected person have already swum inside, or the public showers that an infected person have already used, the spores too can be transmitted through that means. So fungi thrive in warm, humid places. So that is how it's being transmitted. So the next one is prevention. How can we prevent it? Keep your skin clean and dry. Wear sandals in public showers, pools. Avoiding sharing personal items like towels, brush, sport gears. For those that do swimming, sport gears on the head, don't share it too, so that you're not gonna have it. Then wash hands after touching animals, touching pets and all that. So immediately after touching it, wash it, and if possible, use your hand sanitizer and clean your hands. The next one is change socks and underwear daily. That is for senior pedis, the one that affect the foot. You make sure you change your socks. But it's sad that many Nigerians don't change their underwear. We will try. I pray God will provide, but even those that have the money say, I don't still give it. So, but try is a means of hygiene, changing of underwear. For those that are involved in vigorous works like bricklayers, it's even advised they should change it twice in a day, sincerely speaking, because fungi love wet. And so the underwear you've already sweat on, you change that one already. So majorly, fungi does not thrive in dry places. They love moist places. So if the place is wet, they are more likely to thrive in all those regions. So treatments, you have the topical treatment. That's the creams that will be applied. So we have the azoles, miconazole cream, clotrimazole cream, ketoconazole cream, meconazole cream, butoconazole cream, and ciproflox. So all these are creams that can be applied topically, that is on the surface of where it is. Some people scratch it before applying it, some apply it direct after washing. So they could be gotten over the counter or through prescription. And we also have the alliamines. So an example is terbinafine, naftifine, butenafine. Then we also have the oral prescriptions. Riboflavin, this one is very common. Fusin, and this one is majorly one of the first line treatment drugs being used. Very common. Once anybody sees scabs on someone's head, and the first thing that comes to mind is to take Fusin. So but it is sad when people don't finish their dose. So if it does not kill the fungi totally, there is tendency of it coming back. So we have oral tablets of riboflavin, terbinafine, itraconazole, and fluconazole. So the dose of riboflavin varies based on age and weight, and also the severity of the fungal infection as at that time. So the person treating fungal infection of the scalp, the one on top of the male reproductive organ, his own line of treatment will be different from the one treating on the head, depending on the severity of what we have been treating. So we also have antifungal shampoo. Ketoconazole or selenium sulfide shampoos help to prevent the spread, but it does not cure the infection. So these shampoos are used as an adjunct with oral medications. So there are also antifungal shampoos that can be used. Note, a ringworm on the scalp or widespread infection requires oral medications. Endeavor to see a doctor for proper diagnosis and treatment. So for those that have the infection and for any person, don't let me say those, for any person that has the infection on the reproductive organ, the person should endeavor to see a doctor so that proper treatment can be done, not home service. Home service is usually very dangerous. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. I remain your friend, aka Prof. Thank you so much.